Scum gang, bought that Fendi for that. Niggas running out their mouth, but they never pop out. I got the drop on your spot, everybody watch out. All my niggas on 50, so you know we hot out.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is XCX Sykes here, and today I'm coming back with my second ever video, and it's gonna be following my first video, which is the speed art, and I'm gonna show you a tutorial on how to do the text and the ring and stuff. So yeah, so first of all, you're gonna go into Photoshop. I got CS6. I don't know if it matters what one you've got, but as long as it's Photoshop. And we're gonna go into File, New, and we're gonna name this YouTube tip. And the width and height you want in pixels, and you want 1920 by 1080. And your background content you want it as white. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the adjustment, fill and layers, and go into gradient. And then in gradient you're going to go into the black and white, and we're going to change linear to radial. We're going to reverse the radial, and we're going to scroll up until we get rid of most of the black. Obviously you can do this to where you like it. I'm going to have it to about right there, 179. That looks nice. So then you're just going to left click, control left click to select both, right click and press merge visible or merge layers. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into a text. You want to make sure that your text, your font size is pretty big. I got mine set to 304, and you want to choose a nice font. And the one I'd recommend using for this is called Cafe Nero, but I'm gonna see if we can try and use a different one now. So I'm gonna use this one, and we're gonna do. I'm just gonna keep it to my name, just for the fact that that's what we used, but I'm using a different font. Also, if you press Control and R, you'll bring up your rulers, and in your rulers you're just going to snap them to the centers, like so. There's one, and we're going to click on our left ruler, and snap that to the center. Now if we press Control and T, you can also snap this to the center. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger at first, just to do the lines, and then we can scale it down later. Right, so we're going to go into the third tool down, and we're going to select the second one called the Polygonal Lasso tool. And then we're going to right click on XCX and press Rasterize Type. And now we're going to just cut around all three letters, even 4. And then press Layer via Cut, click back on the XCX, do this for the E, layer via cut, and lastly go back on the XCX and then do the last EX. Doesn't matter how you do this, guys, as long as you cut it up nicely. Then we can delete this because there's obviously nothing in there right now. So then we're going to name this X1, E even, and X2, just to keep on track of things. Now we're going to select the X1, and we're going to cut away most of X1, and we're going to go around the rest of the text and join it back up. Now we're going to press delete, select, save selection, and name this X1. If you press now Control and D, it'll get rid of that. We're going to click on the E, use the move tool, and with your left arrow we're going to drag the E all the way until we're happy with where we have our E. Might have cut off a bit too much of the X, but oh well. This is just for demonstration purposes, of course. So I like that there. So now we're going to go to channels, Control click X1, and as you'll see, I bring up the line again. Go back into layers, make sure you are selecting E, and press Control Shift and I, and as you'll notice it'll do a line around the whole grid as well. So now we're just going to simply press delete, then Control and D to get rid of that. With the move tool again, we're just going to, with your right arrow key, just click once, twice, maybe 3 times, just to move it over a bit. Now we're just going to repeat these steps again. So we're going to get the lasso tool, make sure we're on E, cut out some of the E, go around the X, press delete, select, save selection as E, okay, Control D to get rid of that, and then we're going to press Control and T just to move it over a bit quicker, and then move the rest with the arrows just to get it where we'd like it. So I'm going to put my one to, I'm going to say about there. Right, and now we're going to go back into channels, Control, click on the E, press layers, make sure we're selecting X2, Control, Shift and I again, and just press delete. Then Control D. Now again with the arrow keys, 1, 2, 3 maybe, and then that's it. So now we're going to click on the folder to create a new group, select all 3 layers and put it into the group, name this XEX. Now if you just click on the folder and press Control T, it selects the whole thing, and if you hold Shift it keeps everything the same size. So we're just going to scale it up a bit and move it back to the center. Now we're going to go into this tool and then press Ellipse tool, and we're just going to draw a nice big circle around our XEX. Now if you copy the width and put it into the height, and it'll make a perfect circle. So now press Control T, hold in Shift and scale it down a bit, just a little bit, and then we can, so now we got a perfect circle and we know it's going to fit nice. So up the top now we got fill, we're going to change fill to this blank one, and we're going to take stroke and we're going to fill it. Now with the size, this is where you make the ring thicker or thinner. So you're just going to choose a nice one until you're happy with it. Press Control T, and I'm going to move it up the axis a bit just to center a bit more. So this is how we get the ring done, guys. So next we're going to go File, Open. I will leave a link in the description to this picture, so you can just save it, and then you can save it and just use it like I'm going to. So I put mine in planets, and it's called the Galaxy wallpaper. It should open up in a new tab. You can either leave it like this, or with mine I went into hue/saturation and I changed it to green. So I'm going to switch up a bit this time, and I'm going to change it to maybe a bit that color. I like that, looks like a nice color. So now we're going to Control Shift click both, merge layers, Control and A to select all, Control and C to copy. We're going to go back over to our one and Control V to paste. Now make sure this is outside of the group. We don't want this in the group. So bring it to the top. I'm going to press Control and T, hold in Shift. I'm going to drag it down, and we're just going to make it a bit smaller just so we can see a bit more of the galaxy in the ring and also in the text. So once you're happy with that, we're going to hold ALT or Alt, and you're going to see this little icon come up. When you see that, you're just going to click once, and this is what it does. So now if you're not happy with the placement, press Control and T, and you can either like make it a bit bigger, or you can scroll it around, but obviously don't go out of the frame, otherwise you're going to lose it. So I'm going to leave mine there. That looks pretty nice like that. Now if you Control click both, press Control T and hold Shift, you can actually move everything to the same type. at the same time, so nothing has moved. So yes guys, this is basically the end of the tutorial. This is how you make a Texan ring. Then also, if you want, you can, if you're making a background like I did, you can make lots of different stuff. It's just your imagination now guys. Like I do have a nice little background in here somewhere that if I can find it quickly, you could like this is what it'd look good like. Maybe there's so much stuff in this folder. Where's it to? There. You could use this as the background. Oh, where did that go? Copy. Maybe I'll let me copy and paste it. Nope. Yeah. And then if we just scale it out quickly. It's got a bit of a border on it. And scale it out a bit more. Like that. We could use that as a background. If we delete the background first. And I think that looks pretty sweet. And the last thing, if you're going to use this as a logo, if you just delete the background, so you got a plain, so you got a checkerboard and go into image size. Make sure this is, oh wait, we've got pixels up here, and change this to 7. I believe most things is 740. So 740, like I know your Facebook profile and most like communities do 740 by 740. So press OK. Then click on both Control T and just scale it to how you'd like it. And then if you save that as a PNG, so file, save as a PNG to the desktop, and then press OK. It will save, and then as you can see, you got like a clear background, and then you can use this for your YouTube profile picture or wherever, your Facebook profile picture. So that's the end of the tutorial guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. I hope it was quick anyway. If you have liked it, please leave a like. If you need any help, please leave your questions in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them as quick as I can. I am pretty active. Also guys, go into the description and follow my my social medias that are there to get some free stuff, because I also do mod on Xbox 360. So if you're into Xbox 360, I can do money drops or mods with subscribers. We'll be doing some of that. I'll be showing you how to make your own JRPC tool and stuff. So keep tuned guys, please subscribe. I am out. Peace.
Niggas really gang bang, talk that damn slang. Grab a body, do the same thing, let your nuts hang. We gon' pull up